We wanted something that was functional and affordable, and so nobody else seemed to emphasize that except Building God's Way. So when we were really got serious about looking for somebody to build or to design our building, it was pretty clear which way we were going to go. The initial design was kind of fun because Building God's Way people have teased us that we've been more involved in the design of our church than any of their other churches. I think that we were probably a hard church for Building God's Way to work with because of that. They put up with us, they worked with us, they made so many changes, and they were so patient because every time they thought they had it down, our committee would come up with one more little thing. And they never griped about it or complained. And if they can work with our committee, believe me, they can work with anybody building a church. One of the things that we were worried about was the proximity of the offices, and in fact, our local people here at the city, they really didn't like it real well when we went with an architect that was out of town. They thought, yeah, they're not going to know what they're doing, or, why are you going out of town? You could get somebody here local. But we tried to tell them that this is really for our good, and we want to go with them. And we found that with communications the way they are nowadays, the ease of the internet and telephones and so on, that it really didn't pose a problem at all. And Building God's Way in this time was growing rapidly, and they began to add people who were licensed in California too, because California, if any state has problems with somebody out of state, it's California, because we've got a lot of different laws and so on that are kind of unique. But DCA was able to pick up on those and work with them, and we never really had a problem at all because that they were a little bit distant from us. It still worked fine. Well, our building is 36,500 square feet. That's a little bit deceiving because I don't believe that includes the porticos, the drive-unders that we have on each side of the building, which would really add a lot of square footage. But our cost came out just under $100 a square foot, in the mid to upper 90s for the building itself. And in our area, that means a lot more than it does in perhaps some other parts of the country, because in Southern California right now, the building boom and so on, the costs are just unreal. And I had a church actually call me from a nearby town, and they had gone with another architect, I won't mention who, but another architect locally here, and he had told them that their cost was going to be about $215 a square foot, and they called me and said, "What did you build yours for?" And when I told him, he said, "It can't be." And so they were actually thinking of throwing away the money that they had spent already on their architect locally and going with Building God's Way, because they just couldn't believe that a building like this, with this quality, could be built for that price. And most people don't believe it because it just isn't being done in our area at all. One of the things that really is hard to understand is how you can build a quality building for a price that really is affordable. With the price that we got, sometimes I talk to pastors and they want to come and look at it, and they think that they're going to see cardboard on the walls and things like that, and they come in and they really see the quality of what we have. And other people that are prospective builders just can't quite believe it, because the quality is excellent. The materials that have been supplied by Building God's Way Supply, the doors, the windows, the hardware, all of these things are just top quality, and there is no stepping down in the kind of product that we have simply because the price is affordable. We certainly would. Our experience is you get an excellent product, a real quality product, at a price that's so far below the going price that there isn't any question. We had a good experience with them. Enjoy working with a Christian organization. And it's funny, but we're already talking about the I don't know if I want to call it annex, the youth building that was actually, the footprint was on our plan, so it's there. And people are already saying, boy, we need to build that other building. We should get some plans together, and let's get started on a capital funds campaign so we can afford to put that building up, because the difference is that we've expanded so rapidly that we're almost to the place where we're going to have to tear out some of these walls, which is a great part of the design, is that we can actually remodel so easily because none of the interior walls are weight-bearing, and the classrooms we need more room, we need larger classrooms than what we've got. We could very easily remedy that because of the design of the building, but yeah, if we built that other building, we'd certainly go back to the same place to find help.